8 months pregnant, a phone full of messages, and rumors exploding across the internet overnight. What looked like a simple celebrity breakup suddenly started sounding like something much messier and way more embarrassing than anyone expected. Fans thought Cardi B had just moved on from another relationship, but insiders began hinting that what really happened behind the scenes involved secret meetups, hidden messages, and a name nobody thought would be part of the story. And once those rumors started spreading, the entire situation went from a quiet split to one of the most talked about celebrity scandals online. From the outside, everything about the relationship looked perfect. Courtside appearances, luxury vacations, late-night parties, and those polished social media posts that made it seem like Cardi had finally stepped into a new chapter after years of drama with Offset. People kept calling them an unexpected power couple, the kind of pairing nobody predicted but everyone suddenly believed in. Every photo looked effortless, every clip looked fun, and every public appearance felt like proof that things were going right for once. But according to people close to the situation, that clean image may have been hiding something much more complicated behind the scenes. At first, the signs were small enough to ignore. Quick phone calls that suddenly ended when someone walked into the room. Messages that got closed a little too fast. Nights where the explanations sounded normal, but the timing didn't quite match up. In celebrity relationships, that kind of thing can happen all the time, so it didn't seem like proof of anything serious. Athletes travel constantly, schedules change without warning, and rumors follow famous people everywhere they go. So instead of reacting right away, Cardi reportedly told herself she might just be overthinking it. But the uneasy feeling never really went away, and over time those small moments started to feel harder to explain. The more she paid attention, the more the pattern started to stand out. Flights that didn't line up with official schedules, hotel bookings that didn't seem connected to games or events, late-night outings that nobody could clearly explain. None of it confirmed anything by itself, but together it started to feel like something wasn't adding up. According to gossip pages and entertainment blogs, the turning point came when one name kept showing up again and again in messages that weren't supposed to be seen. That name was Young Miami. And once fans noticed the connection, the internet started putting the pieces together fast. At first, the messages didn't look serious. Casual jokes, vague plans, conversations that could easily be explained as friendly. But insiders claimed there were also hints about private dinners, late meetups, and keeping certain things quiet. Nothing that clearly proved anything, but enough to make anyone stop and start asking real questions. Instead of blowing up immediately, Cardi reportedly stayed quiet and started watching everything more closely. In her world, one wrong accusation can turn into headlines in seconds, and a misunderstanding can turn into a full media storm overnight. So instead of reacting, she allegedly decided to gather her own proof first. That's when the internet started noticing strange coincidences. Clips online showed the same people in the same cities at the same time. Party footage, hotel lobby sightings, and event guest lists that didn't look random anymore. Fans began pointing out that Stefan Diggs and Young Miami were showing up in the same places more than once, and gossip accounts started asking whether it was just coincidence or something happening quietly behind the scenes. Nothing was confirmed, but the pattern was enough to make people look twice. And while everything still looked normal on the surface, insiders claimed the pressure behind closed doors was already building. Then came the moment that supposedly pushed everything closer to the edge. According to rumors spreading online, Cardi allegedly came across voice notes and private conversations that made the situation look more serious than she thought. Some of the messages reportedly mentioned dinners nobody else knew about, trips that weren't public, and plans that sounded like they were meant to stay hidden. One detail that kept coming up involved hotel bookings under different names, something fans quickly started talking about once the story got out. Even then, she reportedly kept her emotions in check, choosing to watch instead of reacting. Because once something goes public in celebrity life, there's no taking it back. While all of this tension was building, the outside world had no idea anything was wrong. Photos of them together were still going viral. Blogs were still posting about their relationship, and fans were still treating them like one of the most unexpected couples of the year. But according to people close to the situation, the reality behind the scenes was getting more uncomfortable every day. The more Cardi looked into everything, the more the clues seemed to point in the same direction, and somehow that direction kept leading back to the same name. At first she hoped it was nothing, just rumors, just gossip, just people reading too much into things. But then something happened that made it impossible to ignore anymore. Sources say she eventually confronted him directly about the messages and the rumors she had seen. What happened next depends on who you believe. Some people say he denied everything and blamed the situation on misunderstandings. Others claim the conversation got heated fast, with both sides questioning each other as the tension built up. According to online speculation, that moment changed the way she looked at the entire relationship. Suddenly, the luxury trips, the courtside appearances, and the perfect social media moments didn't feel the same anymore. Insiders say she started wondering if some of those moments were real or if they were just part of the image that comes with being linked to someone famous. Even after that confrontation, the public still thought everything was fine. Fans kept celebrating the relationship, bloggers kept talking about future appearances, and nobody realized how close things were to falling apart. But according to people who claim to know what happened, the relationship was already hanging by a thread. The real breaking point supposedly came during Super Bowl weekend, one of the biggest celebrity events of the year. With private parties, invite-only gatherings, and famous names everywhere, it's the kind of place where rumors start fast and spread even faster. And according to insiders, that weekend is when everything finally got too loud to ignore. Stories started circulating that Stefan was attending several private events, and whispers reached Cardi that some of the guests included women he had been linked to before. What really caught attention was the rumor that young Miami might have been at one of those same parties. Nothing was confirmed, but gossip pages ran with the idea and fans started connecting the dots again. Social media clips from the weekend made the situation look even more suspicious, and people who claimed to be there started posting hints that something strange was going on. Watching everything unfold in real time reportedly changed how Cardi saw the entire situation. Not long after that, the relationship ended, but the breakup itself wasn't what shocked people. What really set the internet off was when Cardi suddenly went live and started talking about everything. At first, the live stream sounded calm. She talked about how hard relationships can be when they're always in the public eye, how rumors spread fast, and how fame can turn small problems into big ones. But as the stream went on, her tone reportedly changed, and viewers could tell she wasn't talking about one simple argument. She described it as a pattern, something that had been happening for a while, something she tried to ignore until she couldn't anymore. She hinted about late-night calls that didn't make sense, messages that felt wrong, and travel plans that started overlapping in ways that didn't look random. She never said any names directly, but fans watching closely thought the meaning was obvious. Comments started flooding the chat, people connecting what she was saying to weeks of rumors that had already been spreading online. According to viewers, one of the moments that hit hardest was when she talked about realizing that protecting a relationship sometimes means ignoring your own instincts, and how that realization came too late. Near the end of the live stream, she said something that spread across social media almost instantly. She explained that sometimes you think you're in a real relationship, but later it feels like you were just part of the story. That one line made fans question everything. Some people defended her, saying the situation sounded like clear disrespect. Others argued that the rumors might have been exaggerated by gossip blogs and online speculation. Meanwhile, fans started going back through old clips, old posts, and old appearances, looking for signs that something had been wrong the whole time. What made the situation even bigger was the silence that followed. Neither Stefan Diggs nor Young Miami came out with a clear response. No statements, no explanations, no direct denial. And in celebrity culture, silence usually makes people more suspicious, not less. The longer nobody said anything, the more theories started showing up online. Some people believe the relationship fell apart because of cheating rumors. Others think the pressure of fame made everything look worse than it really was. And a few fans even think the entire situation might have been more complicated than anyone on the outside can understand. Right now, the truth sits somewhere in the middle of rumors, hints, and missing pieces. Maybe it was just a relationship that didn't work out. maybe there really were secrets behind the scenes. Or maybe the story isn't finished yet. Because if new messages, new receipts, or new people start talking, this situation could turn into an even bigger scandal than anyone expected. And the internet will be watching every second to see what comes out next.